Shohei Ohtani, if you missed out on this, signed a deal with the Dodgers, 10 years, $700 million. This is like, I was like, man, this is too funny. So he's going to be playing for the Dodgers for 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he will be getting paid by them for 20. Bobby Bonilla passing the torch, baby.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. I made that joke. The minute I saw that, I was like, oh, no, here we go again. It's almost like the world of baseball cannot be without a situation like Bobby Bonilla anymore. It's an institution now.
Yep, it is. It blows my mind, Brig, that he is going to be making $2 million over the next 10 years. Just two. That's all they're going to be paying him. $2 million over the next 10 years because he wants them to have payroll flexibility to be able to bring guys in to win games. Yes, Shohei Ohtani is going to be making so much money off the field because that's what he does. Like, that's what he's going to be doing for those 10 years. He's going to be making a bunch of money. But then he's got his retirement plan because the rest of the $680 million will be paid out over the next 10 years. He'll be getting $68 million a year from the Dodgers. 10 years, he's not even play. He might even play a couple years for somebody else, and he's still getting paid $68 million by the Dodgers. You know what that means, Brig? Payroll flexibility wherever he goes next.
That's exactly what that means.
Because he doesn't need them to pay him. He could sign for the veterans minimum, and he'll probably still be one of the top paid players in the league at that point.
Right. Totally agree. Okay, so this is the thing with me is everybody's like, is this legal? How is this possible? And it is legal.
It is legal.
Here's the deal. So the collective bargaining agreement between the union and Major League Baseball basically sanctioned this in advance, almost as though they knew it was coming. Huh?
So this is the thing, though, is that, like, I don't know necessarily that, or if Ohtani just has an outstanding agent who is super duper smart and is like, look, you'll get your money, but let's stretch it out. Let's get you taken care of, because this is the thing. Instead of getting instead of $70 million a year counting against their competitive balance tax, the Dodgers are only counting 35 because the AAV, the annual average value, AAV,
exactly.
So $35 million. Counting that against their tax is brilliant. And this is the other thing, as I watched this video, I don't remember if you sent this to me or if I watched it, but people are like, golly, how are the Dodgers paying Shohei Ohtani? And then we'll get to Yamamoto, and they've got Mookie Betts, and they've got Freddie Freeman. How do they pay these guys? And some guy broke it down. The Dodgers have the largest stadium in Major League Baseball.
And they pack it.
And they pack it all the time because they're the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And because, Brig, they put a good product on the field.
Every time.
Imagine that.
No
good team on the field means lots of people in the seats, means lots of money. The difference in attendance between the Dodgers and the next team with their average ticket value, not high price, just their average ticket value for a Wednesday game, that alone pays for their big four.
Yeah.
They're not paying anything out of their own pockets. These guys are paying for themselves by showing up and playing competitive baseball every single day. Yeah. And fans wanting to go see it. The Dodgers are running a good organization.
They
flat
are
out. They know what they're doing down there.
They're not the only team in town. That's the other thing, is they're not the only game in town. Right? They've got competition in the region for butts in seats and eyes on the television.
They do. The problem is that the Angels, I feel like the Angels try to do this, but they don't get the guys in their prime, right? They get the guys just out of the prime. It's like, that's a big name. Big. Yeah. And everybody's like, yeah, but like, I'll go see him a couple times just to have seen him, but he's not going to move the needle.
Right.
You know?
Not anymore.
Yeah, and that's the problem that the Angels have. The Dodgers are getting guys in their prime.
Yeah.
And if they can't sign him as a free agent, they're trading for him because they can.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and it seems like everybody wants to play there. And I felt like it was that way before Shohei Ohtani. But boy, since Shohei Ohtani, it feels like everybody and their dog wants to play there.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to play with Ohtani? I would.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And there is something about putting on a Dodgers uniform too. Like not only is it just the weather, but you're playing in downtown LA. You're playing at Chavez Ravine, right? Like you're there. You are in Hollywood playing baseball.
Yep.
Right? It's not like it's different playing in Hollywood than it is playing across the street from Disneyland.
Right.
You know, like, something about it. And the beach isn't far either.
No. And with that new stadium gondola situation they're trying to put together that's going to even reduce parking problems and traffic problems and that's going to make it easier to get to the ballpark, which means that the money they spend on that, which they didn't have to spend with Ohtani, it'll pay for itself immediately. So, it's brilliant what they're doing. And speaking of taxes, the first thing I thought of when this happened, I was like, brilliant. So he's going to have to pay taxes on $2 million in California for 10 years. And then depending on where he ends up, he may have a different tax situation, Ohtani.
Well, I think since he's getting paid out of California, though, I think it'll still be.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that 68 will still get taxed.
I'm not a tax lawyer. I don't know. I just
see my dad's an accountant. So he worked in Portland. We lived in Vancouver. So
okay.
Yeah, there's a tax reason for that. I can't explain it all to you, but I know the taxes are the reason we did that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying there's got to be a loophole somewhere somebody knows about, and that
there has to be.
But either way, it freed up their spending, and they went out and got a whole bunch more talent.